moment, I'd like to introduce our co-valedictorians. They will be sharing their personal experiences in this Jordan journey. This year's valedictorians are Saul Paula.
What did he say?
Mama happy! Mama happy!
We love you, Saul!
Good afternoon, everyone. Before I start, I'd like to thank my Heavenly Father, as well as my parents, for all the support and help they've given me. Life is like an ocean. So much is unexpected. There are moments when it's smooth sailing ahead, and moments when storms seem to last forever. Due to many circumstances that I had to go through in my life while being the oldest child, I was required to be mature early on. Nonetheless, it has allowed me to take actions in my life that would create a better future, from the good, bad, and the ugly. The world that I've been brought up in has made me the person I am today. From the age of 6, I learned that life wasn't picture perfect, where everything is blissful. All the way back in the walkway. Because I almost lost my youngest brother. Sorry. My brother was 24 years old when he caught on fire, and 3/4 of his body had suffered third-degree burns. As we helped him through the recovery process, I gained the knowledge that life is too short to take things for granted. It also inspired me to pursue a career in the medical field, where I can help people and ease their sufferings. My mother was diagnosed with kidney failure a year after the incident with my brother, and immediately had to go on dialysis 3 times a week. Because of the expensive medical bills, my father took on extra hours and labored very hard as a construction worker. Seeing my father's efforts inspired me to work hard toward being a good student, so that my family's struggles is not in vain. Witnessing my family undergo these struggles, my mother's kidney failure, and my father's wholehearted commitment of working each day to the point of fainting at times, made me decide to be the best of the best in all areas of my life. From then on, I earned straight A's in middle school and throughout high school. I also committed myself throughout athletics. Through working hard and persevering to the end, I have obtained many awards and honors. Going through the IB program with no familial support and few people who understood the difficulties of wanting to strive for a better education just increased my motivation to be the best that I can be. Knowing that I did not have a lot of support, I made sure that I worked even harder by making the sacrifices that were needed to succeed. For example, although I'm a very serious athlete, there are times when I've had to make the choice to sacrifice an important practice or game so that I can fulfill my duties as an IB student. With that being said, I had to learn to prioritize my time. Throughout my high school years, I became more involved in extracurricular activities, church callings, and family functions. As I took on more roles and duties to fulfill, I learned how to balance my work. As I said earlier, I made sacrifices by sorting out my priorities. Even with the sacrifices I made, I knew that it was no excuse for me to fall behind. So I had to remain diligent. On days that I was sick and had to miss class or other activities, I doubled my effort and made up for them when I was well again. A particularly difficult time for me was when I lost my grandmother during the summer break of 2011. My grandmother was the most important reason why I wanted to succeed in the IB program. Without her, I felt my efforts was useless. However, I came to the realization that I was not just working through the program for her, I was doing it for me. Although it was hard, I pushed myself up and was steadfast in my studies, which I came to learn that when motivation ends, diligence must begin. And it was through my journey at Jordan High in which I learned this. It may seem from a very young age that the hospital has been a major part of my life. While some see hospitals as sad and very scary places, I have become so familiar with them in my life because of my family history of illnesses that it seems almost like a second home to me. I'm not intimidated by hospitals. In fact, my family history with the hospital has inspired me to realize my dream. I would like to become a cardiologist. Hopefully, a world-renowned cardiologist. The reason why I specifically want to become a cardiologist is because the heart is a vital organ to the function of the human body. Likewise, I drew inspiration from my father, who is the life force of the family. Thank you.
Let's give these young ladies another round of applause. Next up is our senior speaker, Logan Lim, and The Road Not Taken.
Yeah.
1999.
Wi-Fi 2003,
Xbox Live 2003.
Google Maps 205,
Apple iPhone 2007.
hey, Apple Store 2008,
A camera with an HD video 2009.
and 2010 in Dubai, the largest building in the world was constructed.
Just this school year alone, in 2012-13, there were rapid changes. Do you guys remember this sensation when you started your senior year?
Oppa Gangnam Style.
Whoa, wait a minute. What about this song that made a global impact?
Con los terroristas.
And finally, what a perfect song for the end of high school.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. team. Yeah, started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here.
Okay, well, let's talk about school for a moment. This year we have 738 graduating students. But this is the cool part. There are 72 more graduates this year than last year. And thank you to J+ for that. And yes, Jordan is getting better. And we've had some fantastic students. And before we send them off to work, college, or the military, we want to talk about a few for just a moment. Let's talk about our 4.0 students. We have 2 students, they were in the white robes that you saw earlier, who have earned nothing lower than an A in any of their classes. So, Pahulu going to Berkeley, Cynthia Magallanes Gonzalez going to Occidental. They're wearing the white gowns.
Would everyone, graduates, please stand? And quietly listen. Quiet. David Starr Jordan High School Class of 2013. On behalf of the Board of Education and all the teachers, administrators, and counselors who have educated you over the past 13 years, I hereby certify that you have met all graduation requirements of the Long Beach Unified School District and declare that henceforth you will be recognized as the graduates of David Starr Jordan High School. Symbolic of this passage, please move your tassels from the right to the left now.